want to talk about you guys now, right? I want to talk about you and how you perceive your offering and how you perceive taking yourself again to the next level, because that's what we're looking at here, okay? And I've got 4 areas I want you to think about in terms of you and how you take yourself on, if you like, or bring yourself out. 1, do you love what you do? Now, I know there's a lot of things you do and you clearly don't love everything you do in running your business or what you do. Do you understand what I mean? And I used to describe it like this. In the A to Z, after I sold my businesses and I came out, I found that between A to Z, I used to do almost everything. Who's ever been in a business like that, right? And what I found was the S and the T was my sweet spot. And I thought if I could do that all day long and get paid, I'd be very happy. Who here understands what I'm saying, right? And it takes some working out. Well, what is that S and T bit? What are those bits that I really love and the fact that I get paid is a bonus on top? So I want to know, I want you, and we know we've covered a lot of this in BeCollaboration, but this is what we want to say to our client base, is who we bring to the table love what they're going to do for you. They love it. They spent years working it out and they really love it. Secondly, are they good at it? See, you may love what you do, but are you good at it? Really? Really, really? Are you good at it? Now, I know you don't have to be brilliant at something and still deliver value because you do it in a way that you love it, but are you good? Are you credible? Are you really good at what you do? Okay? Then is there a need for it? And that's the thing I think is really challenging in the market for business owners. The need is there for this talent, these amazing people, these insights, these services and products, if you like. The need is there, but the demand is hard to tap for small businesses because they're so in it. Where do they go? Where do they go? And quite often they're talking to the wrong people about it. They're talking to their friends or other business owners. But where do they go? Where they go, I can talk to this organisation and they can really understand my challenges and they've got the skills in there to do something about it. And then finally, what's it worth? I had a very interesting conversation with Adam Gray just now, and he was telling me it should be 10 grand a day, Erkan. I'm like, 10 grand a day. Who has charged 10 grand a day? I've never charged 10 grand a day. You? Probably.
I will now.
I will now. 10 grand a day. You know what he said? And I looked at him, he goes, well, Erkan, you better grow a pair then, hadn't you? And I went, 10 grand a day, right? Are you really? And he said, huh?
Who charges that?
Oh, well, someone who was here earlier on. Anyway, so
Partners at law firms.
I said to him,
What do you think, actually?
he said, well, what it is what I do in the organisations I pitch my product at, the benefit to them is far more than the 10 grand. It's a no-brainer. And if they want it, they want it. If they don't, I walk. It's no problem. Come back later. Or you're going to try someone else, good luck with that. Come back to me when you've tried everyone else. Imagine that we've got that kind of talent. I'm not saying we're going to charge 10 grand a day.
Would you like to explain that it's the Adam Gray?
Yeah. Oh, this one here.
Yeah.
Yeah, is that Adam Gray there? So Adam Gray, in the early days, said, BeCollaboration for me is a fantastic opportunity to be surrounded by talented and like-minded individuals. I have had a series of opportunities come my way, and I look forward to collaborating on future projects. He was here today, I haven't seen him for a little while. And he was there in, I think some of those pictures you saw earlier, he was there at one of those early meetings. Yeah. And he's been an advisor to me and Jill, and he's always there at the end of the phone whenever we want to get involved. But he's now working with top-end corporates, large companies globally. And we think they want to sell their company at some point. So, anyway, now the question is, I'll talk about you, right?
Where is he?
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll get to it. We had to go. Right, so what will you think about when you take you out of the way, what's in the middle of all of that? And what's in the middle of that is a principle that we're calling, or we're referring to, a principle called Ikigai. And some of you may have heard, my button's sticky.
What have you been doing with it?
Sticky guy.
You're rude in a beautiful way.
I know. Okay. So it's termed reason for being, but what we're looking for in Ikigai, and what we're looking for in you, is that what you want to pitch up and be involved with, engage, is your sweet spot. It's what you love, what you're good at, what there's a demand for, and it's worth its weight. It's worth the money. You know, people will pay for it. I'm really keen that we're not seen as some kind of bargain basement talent shop. You know, really not. We are going to bring the best talent we can find and nurture and develop together. You know, and take that to market and say, no, we deliver results in a way that you won't find anywhere. Like with that sureness. Carry on. Okay, so consider a department store of specialist skills and talents. So what would you put in that department store? Anything I've missed? Anyone want to add anything?
Mental health.
Yeah? Yeah?
Communication.
We haven't got property on there, and every business has property.
Everybody's got property. Yeah. Well, good. Anyone else? What else have I missed? IT. Sweet.
Procurement.
Sorry?
Operations.
Operations.
Procurement.
Yeah, so I've missed a lot, right? So this is just an idea of what we want to put into that department store of skills. So when people walk through the door, when you walk into a good department store, you're wowed. Oh wow, they can do that. They've got that.
Is that a warehouse or is it a department store?
That's a department store. It's Harrods.
The department store.
I know, so, but it's more than the sum of its parts as well.
Yeah, absolutely, totally.
There's quite a lot of other stuff in here.
Yeah. And also, if you want to start pitching up to Harrods and selling your product, you've got to have your stuff working. You've got to have you've got to have it working. And Harrods won't sit down and say, right, okay, you've got a bit of a product. They'll go, does it work? Does it do what it says it's going to do? Is it good? Is it reliable? Are we going to back it or not? So there's some...
That's not the thing that really matters. What really matters to Harrods is that it fits the way Harrods are. It's that ability of that product to fit with all the other products in Harrods.
For sure, but it's got to do what it says in a way that doesn't ruin their reputation.
That's
So, yeah, absolutely.
But it's that matching Harrods' whole way of being.
It's the attitude of delivery, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the point of difference between what you're talking about and IIB and the others.
Yeah.
Is that it's underpinned by the BeColl way of being.
Jackie?
Oh, she's not sleeping. She's deep in thought.
Here we go.
Yes, I would agree. I would agree, and there's probably at the moment layers to this that I haven't even considered, let alone you hearing this for today. So, what makes Engage so special? Well, you kind of jumped the gun a bit there, Andrew, but here are some of it. So, maximum impact for given time, and money, and effort for our clients. Maximum impact. I want us to be able to.
Sorry. Could Andrew just re-say what he said?
No, probably not.
Why?
Because I just think it's a nugget.
It is. It is.
So that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
when you go to
we haven't
Harrods,
lost this.
That nugget should potentially become a unique selling point
Yes.
for this business.
Yes. Absolutely.
When you go to Harrods, you know that the quality of the product, the whole way of being of that product suits, the experience.
It's gone through due diligence and
Harrods.
pass muster and all
Yeah,
that.
but the due diligence part, it does its job, and it does its job bloody well. That's a sine qua non. It's
Really?
without that.
There's a lot of tact now.
Okay, guys, can we just leave all that to?
The way Harrods presents it.
Yeah, but I think also, but the thing is, it's not just, there's a big difference. The metaphor can only go so far, I think, because Harrods sells product on the whole, we're selling service, which is a very different dynamic. But I always thought of us as maybe the John Lewis of service, maybe the Harrods. But the point is, you're right, there's a culture and there's values and there's a way of working with people and engaging with them that's uniquely BeCollaboration and Engage. And I would completely agree with that. That's totally everything. Joined up thinking that works, because that's the other thing, is you're going to go into, it's like being a general builder. A general builder will go in and work on a property and they'll have a certain order of how things should work. And they won't do the next thing until this bit's right. And I think quite often business owners will be hitting things as in maybe not as joined up way, because they're dealing with firefighting, or they're dealing with what they think is the most important point at that time for them. And you can't always get that right. An outside perspective can make a big difference. Sweet spot Ikigai experience. So going back to, again, what Andrew said about giving them an experience. When you're working with someone who's not only good at what they do, they love it, they're worth their weight, and they can deliver reliably, we've all had great service, haven't we? And you know it when you see it. You experience great service, it's remarkable. In other words, remarkable is it's worthy of remark. We actually say, you know what? Oh, I went to that restaurant the other night, they were fantastic. Or my accountant is this, or my web designer is that. I get something beyond, if you like, the out-and-out product. There's something more valuable to me. That's really important. And I'm calling that for now the Ikigai experience. Less time spent working out who and what is needed. And then breakthrough transformational approach. Impact on the businesses, a build-up of sales and turnover, client and staff satisfaction, more attractive businesses for investors, and bigger exit payday for the business owners. Whether that's to sell out, to get investment, to JV, whatever it is they feel like they've done something that's really, you know, been a reflection of what they're committed to. Now, if I spend another hour on that, I'll probably come up with some other things. So that's still evolving, okay? Is there anything you'd add to that?
Happy business owner.
Yeah. Well, I think that, yes.
No,
No, I agree.
that
Yeah.
because they might not want any of that.
No, they might not. But they probably wouldn't say no to it either. But you're right. I think that's, you know how many business owners you go and they're not happy. They're stressed, they're over, you know, yeah, absolutely. But if the business is working well, and it's you know, a finer tuned machine, then all those other things come. Okay, cool. All right, so what do we want from you guys? What do we need? And these are just some of the things I'm considering at the moment. Your specialism, your skills. Do you have products? Your promotional materials, short description, bio, short bio, images, who here has video or to camera introducing yourself, and other content to support, and even testimonials. So, and if you can think of anything more that would go around that, so we can put it in the department store, so when we talk about your products or your services or what you do, our prospects or our clients have a good idea of who you are before they meet you. And I'll give you one example. I've worked with Narish for quite a while. We did what, about 4 years ago, 5 years ago? We did an interview, what was it, 10 minutes? When I introduced Naresh, I say, this is the guy I want to introduce you to. He's a great accountant, great FD, got a good team behind him, fantastic. He's been through the coaching process. I'll send you a link of him, have a look at him. If you like him, I'll arrange it so you can meet. They watch the video, they go, yes, send him round. And it was a 10-minute video of us in conversation. We've done a few since as well. So these things don't have to be really complex, they can be quite simple as well. Very effective.
Hopefully not 10 minutes.
Preferably not 10 minutes.
Not an hour, you mean?
No, hour and a half. Well, we'll get into all of that later. I don't have all that worked out, and I don't want to work it all out. We can work it out as a team. Okay, so when we come together and we help those people overcome their challenges, there's a big reward for us. Doing something we love, doing something we're good at, getting paid right for it, and making a difference to people's businesses and their lives, I feel is really still at the core of everything we're doing at BeCollaboration and Engage. And helping people achieve more than they ever thought possible. You know, that's amazing. There's that bit when, you know, there's a reason there's a light bulb here on here, is when people get that light bulb moment or that epiphany, when they go, oh, I can do that, or we achieved it, and we were part of that journey, they will sing our names in the hills. No, maybe not. Anyway, so you get my point. You become a hero for the right client. We become heroes. You know, I've gone into businesses and I've said, look, if I do what I can deliver here, I'm a dream come true for my ideal client. And we've all got businesses and services that deliver to us that we consider a dream come true. It could be your beautician, your hairdresser. If they solve a problem for you that's important, their dream come true. Do you know what? I've been looking for a company like you for ages. I now found it. I didn't even know it existed. I now found it. So if you want to get involved, again, like Jill said at the beginning, there's no close, there's no sales pitch here. This is where we've got so far, and I'm presenting it in a very concise way without too much detail, as you can appreciate. But if you want to get involved, these are some of the things that we want to look at. Is listed on the website, setting up as an associate, and an induction to Engage. There's more I need to put on there. That's as far as I got, okay? And just to remind you of the assets we've got the community, the culture and the values, BeCollaboration Explainer Motion graphic video, BeCollaboration website and content, Engage website, which is still got a way to go, slow. The ISO, I cannot tell you how important that is. We haven't even begun to understand what a difference that can make for us out in the market.
What is that?
ISO, it's an international standard for collaborative working. As far as we know, we're one of the only non-corporate businesses in the world that are ISO registered for collaborative business relationships, as far as I know. So, as far as I know. Art and Practice of Collaboration Program, Making of a Movement book, The Journey of Possibility in the BeCollaboration YouTube channels, the Technical Talent Bank, the skills, you guys. We've got you. And Be Inspired and Resilient programs, Resilience on the Way, testimonials for BeCollaboration individual, and then you know, for me, what's the most important part of this is the transformational and performance breakthrough proposition. So, these are the early days. And the early days look like this. That was the logo before the one you saw earlier on. Okay. Any questions? That's it. You can clap now. If you want to. Okay, so. Do you want to have a break?
Yes.
Great, let's have a break. Do you want to stop the camera?
Sure.
Please.
Is that the camera?